Hi, I'm CJ Altenberg with Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Fredrick, Colorado. We've got a really cool stock combo sitting behind me right now. This is a 2025 Cimarron Lonestar Stock Combo. Now, this one here was a custom order, so unfortunately this one is not available, but it gives you an idea. We'll show you some cool options on this, on what you could build, or what some similarities we have here at the lot. So, let's go ahead and take a look at the drawing of this trailer. That way we can show you how it's laid out. So, this one's 27 foot on the floor, 7'6" wide, 7'1" tall. So this is a little bit extra wide trailer. And then on our front dressing room, it's a 5'6" short wall with a 4-foot offset. So it's a really cool setup from the standpoint of tack, and a lot of cool options on this trailer that we really are excited to show you. So let's just take our time, walk through it. I'll point out some options for you on this trailer. With a Cimarron, you're gonna get all aluminum construction, 8-year structure warranty, 3-year hardware warranty. The vendor for the wheels and tires, Lion's Head, you'll get a 1-year, no questions asked warranty on those tires. So catch a road debris blowout, catch a nail, something like that within the first year of owning it, they stand behind it. So again, really good warranty behind the trailer itself. Underneath the gooseneck here, 27 foot, you know, a little bit bigger than standard, so they opted for the equalizer electric over hydraulic jack. Look, regardless of the size of the trailer, I am a big fan of these. Nobody wants to crank these guys up, especially if you're going to leave it at home, you know, loaded with a bunch of stuff. It just gets a little heavier and not fun. So pushing a button up, down the trailer goes makes a world of difference. This system here actually has a manual override as well. This is what Cimarron uses, and we actually put these on after the fact. Here through our parts and service department, this is what we offer without an equalizer. It's, in my opinion, it's the only way to go, because then again, emergency situations, you can get it on or off. Now, if you're familiar with our videos, familiar with our inventory, a lot of times you'll notice that the spare is actually elevated a little bit. Well, that's on our standard width trailers. So a narrower trailer, a 6'10" wide, 7'6", we have the spacing, because this system here has a larger footprint, so we have to elevate it to give us a little bit more, you know, usable space and actually accommodate for the spare. But on the wider trailers, we don't have to worry about it. We're all set there. With that, you're gonna get an aluminum battery box, 12-volt battery, and a battery disconnect. The battery disconnect is a cool feature. We used to do this on a lot of our trailers, but now it's standard with this setup. Because look, this has a lot of lights. Something can get left on, drain this battery, and then from there, you know, you're having to hand crank that or jumping it, that type of a scenario. So I can just reach up, I can turn that guy off, and then I don't have to worry about anything drawing power on this battery itself. The other thing you're gonna notice below that is a redarc charger. So this is a new feature. This is now becoming standard on anything with a battery on a Cimarron. What's so cool about this system here is this is a 3-stage charger. So we're actually gonna charge up our battery as we're driving, you know, getting it. Basically what it's gonna allow it to do is it's gonna give it a lot longer life, protecting this battery, but it also protects the truck, the wiring going forward, fuses, those type of scenarios there by having this type of a system. When we're typically plugged into a truck before redarc, you know, it's almost working as a slow trickle charger. But if this battery was low and we hit this jack, that big power draw, it sometimes will trip that fuse in the truck. And we'll hear that from time and time again from customers saying, hey, I'm having issues going to hook up. We've got this power issue. And then from there, once we started troubleshooting, you know, we can figure out what's going on. But this guy here is really gonna help with that whole system. And also, again, give a lot longer life to this battery right here, and actually optimizing its power potential by really allowing it to get charged up and then running all these lights that we have on this trailer. Why have all those cool lights if they're not gonna work? So, really nice setup here. There is one more little piece I'll show you. Between it and the side of the trailer right up here is gonna be a plug. That's gonna be for a 30-amp cord. I'll show you why here in a few minutes, but that's where that cord is actually gonna sit. So as far as underneath this trailer, that's kind of giving you a good rundown. On a Cimarron, you're gonna get an 8.2 long nose, so a lot deeper nose. This is awesome if you're running a long box truck, in my opinion, because when you drop that tailgate, you actually have usable space. You can walk behind the tailgate in the actual trailer itself. You're also going to get on this one here the polished stainless nose, and then you've got 3 marker lights up at the top. So those 3 marker lights at the top are now standard on 25 models. We're doing a lot on our living quarters, bigger, you know, fancier trailers, but it's definitely a nice feature there. So speaking of the nose, one other piece is the gooseneck drop wall height. So history lesson, standard used to be 47 inches, early 2000s, and then trucks got taller, so they went and changed it to a 50-inch gooseneck drop wall height. Well, what have we seen over the last few years? Ram, Fords have had a taller bed. GM changed their body style, taller bed there. So what we have to worry about is bed clearance, but also making sure this trailer's running level. We want this trailer running level, equal weight distribution on those 2 axles. We don't want it nosed up, running on the back axle. It'll cause other issues. But we also don't want to tear up a bed on an $85,000 plus trailer or truck. So we need that bed clearance. So we've made this a 53-inch gooseneck drop. Okay, so we've given us a little bit more spacing there, making sure we can level this trailer out, run it on those 2 axles, but again, have plenty of bed clearance. Okay, the white sheeting is standard. If you want to jump up to silver metallic, charcoal metallic, black, those are the most popular color options. There's an upcharge there. Custom colors can be done. Might just need a little bit more of a lead time, but definitely you can customize these trailers. The other thing too is we can actually put graphics on these. So we have a sister company. We can design them. We can color match your truck, whatever you want. If you want to go that route, we kind of like to order them as a blank slate because we have that option only about 15 minutes away from the store. All right, on the tack, this is a cool one because this is, we like to say, this is like a his and hers. So if you're traveling with people, you know, couple head of horses, your tack on one side, theirs on the other. Well, typically there's one tack door. This one has dual, you can see through it. So you can work off of both sides of this trailer. So that's really nice from the standpoint of you can offload your horses, tie them up on one side. Whoever's traveling with you can do the same on the other and actually have that tack set up the same way so you can work off of it. So again, a 5/6 short wall I mentioned earlier, 4-foot offset. So these are, as far as the tack and the doors, they're mirrored. So 42-inch wide door on it. You have a 4-tier blanket pole rack. It's on a gas shock. Brush trays on the doors for those smaller miscellaneous items. And the 42-inch wide door really comes into play. Not so much on this side of the trailer because this is our long wall. We can allow those saddle racks back a little bit because we have that extra spacing behind it. When we get to the other side, that's where it really comes into play. But as you can see, you can operate in and out of this trailer with the saddle rack swung in, and then I'll swing them out and you can see you can still get through here. But making life a lot easier is a fold-up step. This is a 7/6 wide trailer, so we don't have as much running board down the side. But believe me, having these fold-up steps makes a world of difference on these trailers. And then there's your swing-out saddle rack. So imagine having saddles on here. You can still sneak through this to where a lot of other manufacturers, you can't. And the other thing I like about a 42-inch wide door versus a lot of those that are 36 is when you swing it in, if you look at this distance here, you know, we have plenty of clearance if we had big saddles on this. But now imagine this thing being about 6 inches shorter. Now we have the potential to drag stuff, you know, on the door frame itself, those saddles. We don't want to do that. So that's why you get this nice big 42-inch wide door. As we come in, we have rubber on the floor. I prefer rubber. There's a gray rubber mat option as well. You can do carpet. This is just my opinion. I'm not a fan of carpet on the floor just because of, man, it holds stains, it holds odor over time. This is our high traffic area. These are definitely a nice option here. But then carpet does come into play, you know, if we look at other pieces like the gooseneck drop wall, the gooseneck deck itself. And as you can see with that 8.2 long nose and then this wider trailer, man, you have a ton of space up here. Throw a big mattress up here if you want, some bed rolls, sleeping bags, anything like that. You've got a lot of area there. Light up in the nose. I really like that because of the depth of this this trailer here. A lot of our inventory pieces will have that light there and then one above the tack door. But again, you've got some windows so you can create a cross breeze, see out. Over above the right-hand window is going to be a plexiglass tray. So this trailer is equipped with plexiglass for the stock sides itself, but if you do take them out, you've got a place for them to store, nice and organized. Things for places to live, rather than just throwing them up in the deck and potentially breaking something. So just below that, you're going to notice an outlet. So I showed you that 30 amp breaker, or that 30 amp plug-in from the outside, and over here on driver's side as well is going to be that breaker box for that 30 amp, and it's got an outlet here as well. But this guy here is set up with a power package, charge up phones, run a laptop, anything like that. But also it is wired into, right above us here in the middle is going to be a 13.5 BTU air conditioner. So this is equipped with an air conditioner here in this front tack room. All Cimarrons with a front tack room are going to be framed for an air conditioner. Not necessarily have one, but at least framed for it. You'd have to add the power package. But in this instance here, they opted to have the air conditioner on their power package already there. What's cool about it being framed for that as well is it's the same footprint. So even if you wanted a 12-volt fan, because we have a battery out there, or a manual crank, they're the same size. So again, it all fits in that footprint right there. But having that framework already done saves a lot of time, a lot of hassle in these trailers. So we've got an 18-inch deep shelf here with a 2-inch lip. Taper at the back so it's nice and rounded, not a sharp edge there. And then below it's going to be a clothes bar. So you can throw some items up top there, you know, a hat can, something like that. Hanging your clothes there, not taking up space in the truck. You can hop in here, change if you're at an event, anything like that. Nice feature there. Below it on the deck is actually going to be a boot box. So this is a partial boot box. As you can see right now, we've got the cord in there. We've got a hose in there for the water tank on this trailer, but a good place to throw miscellaneous items. Hopping up into the neck, it works as a great step. And then also a bench too if you're just hanging out in here. Now, to the left of that, as we're looking at it, going to be carpeted. We've got a couple rope holders here. So toss some ropes on here, kind of, again, places for things to leave. Time and time again, we see it when trades come in, or I see pictures, man, they'll just throw ropes. There'll be ropes scattered all over the front tack room. Now you got a place to actually hang them, again, keeping things nice and organized. So we'll show you the driver's side when we get over to it and how it swings out. But on the partition wall, there's more of that carpet. Another great place for that, because it's going to protect everything on that wall and then also deaden the noise on the other side for the horses. So if it's aluminum sheets and your bits are swaying as you're driving, it's going to create noise, but also do damage to the wall, scuff it up. Don't want to do that to our bits, anything like that. 2 rows of bridal hooks. Those are aluminum powder coated, so they're really stout. The other thing is Cimarron has built these, so this is a lot taller than what we normally see. Good depth off the wall and then spacing between them. I see it, same thing, looking at trade-ins. You know, people have stuff and you open up a tack door, and I mean reins are hanging out on the floor, and halters and lead ropes and everything, because you stack so much stuff on them because those bridal hooks aren't as big and deep. And that's what we're going to get here by having this, is that version that Cimarron's built. And the last piece, I mentioned that hose. There's a corner water tank behind that saddle rack right there. Look, that is wasted space back there. So that is an awesome feature to have. It fits right back there in that corner. You can carry 25 gallons of water. It's just gravity feed. That's where that hose comes into play. Put a ball valve on it and set it right out here on the ground. You can fill up buckets. We don't have to go find a hydrant, anything like that. Maybe you're traveling in summer months, want to carry some water with you. You know, again, pulling into a gas station, something like that when you're fueling up. If you want to offer them water, I don't have to go find it. It's right here on the trailer. So definitely nice there. We pretty much order everything with that. These steps, those type of items there. But some of that stuff can be done after the fact if it's not already equipped on the trailer. Right above the door is going to be a 16-inch awning light. So you have light coverage on the inside of that trailer and then on the exterior as you're working on and off that tack. And then there's going to be a second one here kind of split in the stall area, not necessarily right in between the two wheels, but giving you that coverage back here as well. And while you're looking up there, you're going to see that 6-foot sheeted hay rack. So you got some storage up there, and then a bolt-on ladder here at the back. What's nice is they set it forward. That way, that can work as a deck for you for working on and off the trailer. You're not right at the edge of the trailer at the back, trying to load or unload hay, fill up hay bags, anything like that. A Cimarron roof, we'll talk more about that and how strong it is, but you can stand up there and work off of it. Okay, there's that plexiglass I showed you in these 2 air gaps. This track is built into every stock trailer that Cimarron builds. So even if yours doesn't have plexiglass, or you see one that doesn't, plexiglass can be added because it has that track in there. Now, think about this. We have a slant wall. So one wall is longer on the stall area, you know, driver's side versus passenger side, because of the way it's set up. So we have different lengths of plexiglass. If you want to save a lot of time, a lot of hassle, here's a tip. Keep a roll of masking tape and a Sharpie in that front tack room. When you go to pull these out, take out passenger upper, tape them together and write that. Passenger lower, write that. Do the same on the other side, because when you go to put them back, it's going to save you a lot of time and a lot of hassle, a lot of frustration, a lot of bad words. I've done it multiple times on trade-ins. It's not fun. It's like a puzzle. So if you know where everything goes, it makes life a lot simpler, but that's a nice feature there. You got plenty of tie hooks out here. Axles. We got 2 7K Dexter rubber torsion axles, electric brakes, 16-inch aluminum wheels, and these are upgraded to G-rated 14-ply tires. So we already talked about that tire warranty there, but nice running gear underneath this. Definitely a nice upgrade by having the G-rated tires over a standard 10, which it would come with, but we like to upgrade, especially when we're building these trailers for customers. We look at the size and just say, hey, you know what, let's just go ahead and put some bigger tires underneath there. So good setup there. Bolt-on fenders as well. So if we do have something get tore up, you know, it's not as extensive and shouldn't take as long. You know, if it's a weld on, you got to cut it off, re-weld a new one on. This one here, bolt on, bolt off. So a lot simpler process, saving you some time and money there. All right, at the back of this trailer, just start up at the top. We've got 2 8-inch awning lights up there. Same thing, similar to those 16s we saw on the side. All these exterior and the interior stall lights are all on individual switches as well. So we can just turn on whatever we want or turn off whatever we want there. But lights back here, you're gonna notice on those tail lights, so there's 2 up top and then 2 behind the doors right now, but they have a built-in backup light in them as well. So we were putting a lot of backup lights on our trailers. This is a new version. This is gonna be standard on 25s moving forward. You're gonna get a backup light already built into it. This is cool because we were working off of one light, so it was really, you know, consolidated on exactly where that light was shining, to where this, we've actually done some testing in our wash bay with a couple different trailers. It seems like we're getting a lot more consistency as far as those backup lights and just the light coverage itself. You will back into even your place or unfamiliar places in the dark, so it's nice to have that, because our backup lights on our truck, long ways away. I mean, we're talking 27 foot on the floor. They're probably a good 30, you know, 31 foot away from the back of this trailer, so they're really not going to do you much good. So 2 50/50 rear gates on this one. You see the rubber kick mat. There's rubber kick mat all in this stall area. We'll show you, but they even did it on the back doors there. So you have that, and then we've got a butt strap that goes across. There is a rubber bumper on this. If you wanted a rear, you know, ramp on these trailers, it'd be a ramp over, but we can add those to any of these trailers. You can actually take that rubber off, weld that on, and then again ramp over. Now in the stall area, this is a very unique, very cool setup. So the very first gate you're gonna see here, this divider, it's gonna be a stud gate, air flows extended all the way. And I'm gonna clip it back, because this is a little bit different version than you'll see on our standard trailers, and there's a reason why. Is this gate here and all these other dividers are on this AR latch. So myself and one other person, we could unpin these and just take it out. So if you wanted to, you know, manipulate this trailer, maybe you want one big stall area, maybe you want a couple box stalls, I'll show you here in a minute. Or, you know, hey, I just need to throw a couple head of horses on, maybe some rope and calves, you know, anything like that. We can manipulate these stalls, but because of the AR, it doesn't have the spring that's gonna hold it back, so that's why there's the clips. But these are removable, so a lot of flexibility with this trailer. Next one here is gonna be a partial with the air flows. And then as you can see, the very first one is gonna match the third divider in this trailer, because we always work backwards. 1, 2, 3, same thing, stud divider, airflow jail bars on it. But as you can see, if I took out that partial, I've got a stall here, I've got a box stall, and then I can work into another box stall at the back if I wanted. So again, it gives you a lot of versatility to this trailer by having this. We're doing a lot more of these AR latches, these style of setups for customers. It's really fantastic to be able to just make this trailer versatile to kind of cover about everything you need. And the jail bars create a lot of airflow for you. You know, airflow is key. We have the stock sides, two-way roof vents. There's 5 of them on this one. So again, you can manipulate the airflow quite a bit with either forcing air down, releasing air, creating a vacuum, whatever you want there. Then your roof. So we talked about the strength of it outside a little bit. So it can take 150 pounds per square foot. So I can walk on that roof and it won't dent the roof. I don't have to find roof bows, you know, on exactly where I need to stand up there, because it's a 1/2 inch thick, it's honeycomb design, so it's reinforced, so it's really strong. The other thing is what it does for stall area. So it keeps this stall area 20% cooler than standard aluminum roofs. So we've done testing here. We love showing customers, you know, 95, 100 degree days, come to the lot on this asphalt and take you to a manufactured trailer with an aluminum sheeted roof, a horse trailer that's all sealed up, take you to a Cimarron. You will physically tell the difference of the stall area temperature because of that roof, and strictly that. So that's standard on every single Cimarron. Nice feature there. You're gonna have a tie rail between the 2 air gaps on both sides of the trailer. So it's gonna be on the exact same height on the other side. LED lights, those OptiBrite lights. We like putting those on our trailers. That's actually become a new standard feature from Cimarron as well. They had LED. We like to upgrade to these. Now it's a standard feature. And then there's that kick mat I was telling you about. It's all the way around. So on all the walls, head side, tail side, partition wall. And then you will, with this one being 7/6 wide, you're gonna get a little bit of wheel well on the inside here. Cimarron did a great job tapering the corners, tapering it up, so no 90-degree angles, anything like that. That's one thing you'll notice, is they really try to put a lot of emphasis on, hey, let's keep everybody nice and safe in here. The paddle latches are recessed into the wall. This is even rounded. So, I mean, everything has just got a smooth edge to it. The heavy-duty UHMW plastic paddle latch doesn't allow for the metal-to-metal contact, creating a lot of rattle in these trailers as we're actually pulling them. And then these stall sizes, the last thing I want to point out is these are 42-inch wide stalls. So standard on our horse trailers, those drop windows are 39. That's how the stalls are. These are 42, so a little bit bigger stalls in this setup here than even standard. But because of the size of the stall area, we can have plenty of room and just accommodate about anything in different size horses that we're looking at. So on driver's side, same thing, 16-inch awning lights. Kind of splitting that stall area, one above the front tack door. But you're also gonna end up with a escape door on this one. So you have an access here, chest bar that goes across there. What's nice also about that stud divider is if in this first stall, you just wanted to stack more feed, bedding, anything like that you're traveling with, we don't have to worry about items getting underneath horses as we're traveling is a shift. The other thing, because of that extended jail bars all the way across the hip there, you can stack stuff clear up to the ceiling and not have to worry about that either. So, but nice to be able to access right here. And then again at that front tack, same setup on this door and your actual saddle rack. Like I said, you know, this one here is going to be a little bit tighter because we don't have the ability to get this swung all the way around. But as you can see, I can still walk in and out. That's that 5.5 foot short wall coming into play. And then there's that swing out saddle rack on that 42-inch wide door again. So again, we can work on and off. 4-tier blanket pole rack, brush tray. So again, same setup that we just looked at on the other side on this one here, and the fold up step. It's on a gas shock, so really easy to operate. So again, unfortunately this one here is sold, but I'm going to give you the stock number on it just for reference. That way, if you're interested in it, you like some of the features on this, we can duplicate it, make a couple little changes. It is 5N240127. It is a 2025 Cimarron Lonestar Stock Combo. So we do take trade-ins. So if you're looking to upgrade, downsize, we can help you there. Financing is available and delivery is an option, so we could potentially bring this to your door. So give us a call. Anybody on the sales team can help you out. That number is 303-684-3400. We appreciate you tuning in. Have a good day.